We present a women's MMA special attraction. First, please welcome to the cage the highly regarded women's MMA grappler from Tokyo by way of Wilmington, Delaware, Roxanne Modafferi.
All right, Roxanne Modafferi's journey into the mixed martial arts world began as a teenager when she took up the striking discipline of Taekwondo. After spending several years training in Kempo and Judo, Modafferi eventually took up Jiu-Jitsu and made her professional MMA debut in 2003.
The vast majority of her career, she has campaigned in the 135-pound weight class, but is moving up to 145 pounds tonight to take on a woman she knows very well in Marloes Coenen. In fact, she recorded a split decision win over Coenen in the finals of a single night 3-round tournament in Japan back in May of 2007. The bout consisted only of 2 rounds of 3 minutes. Thankfully, we have now matured with the women, and they now fight the same as the guys. 3 5-minute rounds for this one.
An English teacher in Japan from Wilmington, Delaware. Very mild-mannered young lady, but confident, really enjoys the sport of mixed martial arts, the goods and the bads.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, another one of these people, don't let the looks fool you. She looks like a librarian. She's an English teacher, but inside that cage, she is definitely a raging fighting machine, and she definitely is taking a step up. It's been a couple of years since she faced Coenen. She knows that she was saved by the bell in the first round of their initial matchup when Coenen was on the verge of submitting her. She definitely wants to make a mark returning to the United States because, as we know, she does live in the land of the rising sun.
Well, I love this girl, and she said I could call her Roxy, so I'm going to do so from this point forward unless I get yelled at. I really like her love of fighting. The look in her eye when she talks about fighting reminds me of when I was a young man and I was traveling the globe trying to figure out this MMA thing. She has that look right now. If she can bring the skill and get this match to the ground, I think she's got a real chance of putting Coenen out in the first round.
So Modafferi steps into the cage to face Coenen on less than 2 weeks' notice.
And that is going to be interesting to see just where her conditioning is at and the jet lag. Let's not forget that.
Please welcome a true pioneer of women's MMA from Amsterdam, Netherlands, Marloes Coenen.
Marloes Coenen, known internationally as one of the greatest competitive female martial artists alive today. Coenen first took up martial arts in her native Netherlands at the age of 14, and with her grandfather and brothers having martial arts backgrounds, Coenen's decision to begin her training at such a young age should not be surprising.
And it's about time that this young lady gets the attention she is getting here tonight. This woman has an international reputation that, from a female standpoint, is similar to Fedor Emelianenko. She is a submission machine who's had tremendous success in countries like Japan. Ask no less than Tara La Rosa, who many people believe is the pound-for-pound best female fighter, about Marloes Coenen. There was a time where Coenen was considered the pound-for-pound best, and I think she is really going to be a treat to watch here tonight.
Yeah, Coenen's striking is top-notch. She trains with the Team Golden Glory out of Holland, out of the Netherlands. She has got power in both feet, she's got power in both hands, and she knocks girls out.
The funny thing is, though, while she is capable of knocking them out, it's her submission game that has really been her calling card, and I think that's confusing for a lot of people coming from Golden Glory because of the striking pedigree that gym has.
As you mentioned, Mauro, at one time she was considered the best female pound-for-pound fighter in the world and was referred to as the female Rickson Gracie. As Coenen steps into the cage, it takes us to the tail of the tape. Coenen versus Modafferi. Coenen, the older fighter, taller fighter, heavier fighter. However, look at the reach. Modafferi with longer arms.
She's got longer arms, and she's going to have to use them to set up that takedown, or she's going to get trapped on the outside. That reach is 69 inches. She's got almost 2 more inches than Coenen. She's got to use it.
Now let's go inside the cage for the official introductions and our Jimmy Lennon Jr.
All right, fans, here we go. 3 5-minute rounds scheduled in a women's MMA rematch special attraction. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, A freestyle fighter with a background in submission grappling. Her record stands at 13 wins and 4 losses. Please welcome the former Fatal Femmes lightweight champion, Roxanne "Roxy" Modafferi. And her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Raised in the discipline of Shuto, her record stands at 16 wins, 3 losses, with 11 submission victories. Please welcome the Remix World Cup and European Abu Dhabi champion, making her U.S. debut, Marloes Coenen. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, David Smith.
Fighter, center of the ring. Center of the ring. Okay, we've reviewed the rules in the back. Are there any questions from you? Any questions from you? Okay, I want a clean, fair fight. I want you to touch gloves, step all the way back. Let's get this started.
All right, Coenen has strong submissions, been branded as a striking specialist because she's Dutch and trains out of Golden Glory, which is home to the best kickboxers in the world. Meanwhile, Modafferi has experience. She's fought all over the world against the toughest females on the planet. Three 5-minute rounds.
There is talk that the winner of this fight will be the challenger for Cris Cyborg Santos' Strikeforce Women's 145-pound title, a title she won, defeating Gina Carano in August of this year.
Coenen just came in with a massive right hand that barely missed and followed up with a knee.
Already evidence of her Dutch Muay Thai pedigree.
Coenen with very tight defense. Oh!
Roxy's hurt. Modafferi's hurt. She took one right on the neck and she went down. She's recovered now, but she's trapped in the guard position.
Modafferi trying to stay tight, trying to pass. Coenen looking to get that other leg out. Now she pulls her into full guard.
She's got her wrapped up in full guard, and she's got her right arm trapped in. That's going to keep her from coming up and getting any pressure to pass, but also to strike.
Breaking the posture. Coenen on the bottom.
Very comfortable on the bottom. 11 of her 16 victories coming via submission.
Trying to get those hips out and trap that arm. Watch out. Tap out. Just like that. Arm bar.
And this really sets up a female fight many hardcore fans have been looking forward to. If indeed she will be given the opportunity, watch out, Cris Cyborg Santos, Marloes Coenen. That will be a female fight to remember.
And when we saw the Cyborg Gina Carano fight, even at that particular point, you were talking about Coenen, and she was there.
Yes, indeed, and she did her scouting. And again, this is a lady, all she's needed, you guys, is an opportunity on the big stage. She has more than paid her dues, and I mean, with all due respect to Roxanne Modafferi, this isn't 2007 anymore. Marloes Coenen is indeed a threat in the 145-pound women's division.
So the emergence of fighters such as Cris Cyborg, Tara La Rosa, Gina Carano, in recent years has dropped Coenen down on the pound-for-pound list for the ladies. However, after a convincing, lightning-quick submission like this one, it should get her right back where she once was.
It started with the bang. As soon as it came out, it was a massive right hand. It actually hit in the shoulder of Roxy. But as soon as Coenen got her space, she came up with those big knees, and that's where the range was found by her. Once she felt that, look, pushing her hand out, holding the distance, she's completely in control of the range here. That is excellent kickboxing. And as she was holding that range, she felt she needed power, and there it was, pop, right on the chin. She just steps over the back, puts herself in a bit of a choke position, and Roxy, being a good grappler, knows where to go, knows how to work that guard position. But in working that guard position, she left her arm inside. Here's Coenen's leg going up over. 2 arms on either side of the head. That's how you pop the arm. She's got the hips in, roll it over. And it's good night, Roxy.
A reverse armbar for Coenen.
And I think this also proves that Roxanne Modafferi belongs at 135 pounds. Coenen just too big for her.
Marloes Coenen with an easy first-round submission. Let's go inside the cage and Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 5 seconds in round number 1. An armbar ends this contest as the fighter taps out. She is the winner by way of submission, Marloes Coenen.
Fabricio Verdum is one of the greatest heavyweight jiu-jitsu practitioners in the world. This native of Brazil had a successful Strikeforce debut last August and has his eyes on the growing list of Strikeforce heavyweight challengers.